Hi Sagittarius, this is your check-in. We are going to take a look at what's next for you. I'm going to pull some tarot cards and then some oracle cards to top it off. So let's see, what is next for Sagittarius? Sagittarius. You need a break. You need a break from your brain. You have just about had it. There's some light on the horizon, but you've just about had it. I don't know what's going on with you, but I think you're being really hard on yourself. But you've just about had it. I think you're getting to a point where you're like nearly sick of yourself in terms of like your thoughts, like your limiting thoughts. There's some kind of anxiety that is like on repeat, and you're just like, I can't do this anymore. This is pointless. This is not doing anything for me. I do feel that you are a little bit running yourself into the ground. And this is going to be different things for different people, but here's a few things that I'm picking up on. I'm picking up on either you being too concerned with expectations, whether that's from yourself or other people, too concerned with worst case scenarios, too concerned with mistakes from the past. It's all like, we have all swords here. It's all mental. And you know what it feels like? It feels like a toxic flush. Like it feels like everything negative is coming up all at once. And hopefully it's a matter of getting it out of your system and not holding on to it. We start off with the Three of Swords. This is emotional pains that you're replaying. We have the Ten of Swords. And we have the Nine of Swords. These are the most mentally anguished cards in the deck. These are very exhausting. I'm going to get some cards from Spirit to see, get some advice on how they want you to deal with this. Okay. How do they want you to deal with this? Oh my God. Spirit is like, sweetie, my sweet child. Here's the thing, Sagittarius. Still at the bottom of the deck. Here's the thing. Sagittarius, you are ruled by Jupiter. You are so much fun. And you are pure energy. And you are... there's just literally just a squirrel that ran by super fast. You are expansive, joyous, curious energy. You are an energy that wants to move forward. You are hopeful. And there's something that pinched you so bad that it's bringing up a whole bunch of old stuff. And a whole bunch of just, it's like you're cleaning out the attic. That's why I feel like it's like this detox. You're cleaning out the attic. You're getting out all the nasty thoughts. And Spirit is advising you, in order to get through this, remember how abundant you are. Remember how resourceful you are, how much you have, how much you have accomplished and are going to accomplish, and that you are cleaning out the attic so that you can move forward. These are both 2 movement cards. We have the 8 of Wands and we have the Chariot card. To go from these swords to the wands to the 8 of Wands feels very much like, and especially because Sagittarius, you're not heavy on the emotions, right? You deal with things when they come up. You're obviously, we all know, a very blunt Sagittarius or 2. But this feels almost like a refinement, like you're going through all these harsh thoughts as a form of refining your mental abilities, your mental agility, your quickness, your I'm getting like the sense of, like we are our own worst enemy, and especially when it comes to you, Sagittarius, like there is no quicker tongue, there is no more blunt. I mean, if somebody's gonna roast the whole room, it's you, and with ease. And so this is giving me this vibe of then having roasted the whole room, but also using that capacity, that skill on yourself, and like being just as cutting with yourself and not being able to get a break from it. Because other people, when we experience your harsh tongue, yeah, sometimes it hurts, but other times it's like, that's just Sagittarius. They didn't mean that. But you don't get a break from that. And so I think it's getting to you where you're like, you're about to experience this real frustration with yourself. But it really feels like enough. Like, especially because we have the 10 of Swords, right? It feels like you're just like, okay, this is enough. Let's stop this. And Spirit is really saying like you'll be fine. You will be back to your sunny disposition once you've cycled through these nasty thoughts. I think something is really going to trigger you. And so, because this is what's next, I want you to, if you watch this reading and you feel like that doesn't sound like me, just keep it in the back of your mind, because I do think something is about to trigger you. And then it's gonna bring up old stuff from the attic, and you're gonna really be so hard on yourself. Let's get some more energies on this. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We have Virgo. This is absolutely Virgo energy, Virgo vibes, like being super critical. And then we have the 10th house. So this is about either your career, or this is about how you're perceived by others. So being really critical about how you come across. And that's what I was saying earlier, expectations, right? And then we have Pluto, because there is a change. I think there is a softening that is happening. And a softening to happen for Sagittarius is not easy. Sagittarius, you are quick, you are swift. Softening is like you are flirty, you are sexy. Soft is not your thing. But there is a softening that is happening, and it's to your benefit, because once you get tired of being so harsh and having such high expectations in yourself, and you can soften around that, you will also become a little bit softer in your relationships, and you will be able to open up more. You'll become softer in your expectations towards other people. A softening is not a weakening. Listen. I have a Sagittarius Venus. I understand. I'm going to say it again. A softening is not a weakening. Okay, let's get some advice from Spirit on how to get in contact with them or your higher self during this time. Something to be aware of. Energy work. This is all about something is going to trigger you, and it's going to just drench you in this heavy critical energy. And when that comes up, I hope that you remember this reading. And when that comes up, I hope you take a moment to focus on your energy, because this is going to be so harsh. This is going to be up at night thinking the worst thoughts and feeling like you can't share it with anyone. This is doing things on your own. And I hope that during that time you take a moment to really pay attention to the kind of thoughts you're having, why they are coming up. Pay attention to how your body is feeling. Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to everything. Because energy work is what's going to help you manipulate that energy into progressive energy. Because this is motivation to change. This is motivation to be like, you know what? I'm tired of that mental bullshit I'm going through at night. So I'm going to do something about it. And that's changing, transmuting the energy. Being stuck with that mental, which is all, the swords are air. Going from that air energy back to your vibe, which is fire, right? Definitely. And knowing that you have the tools, knowing that you have what you need, the experience, you have the stamina, you have the abundance, you have the support to really make that change happen for yourself. Oh, friend. Okay, let's pull an oracle card for Sagittarius. Rise up. This is absolutely like a softening that is supposed to help you elevate who you are. Also, this with the 10th house, this is an elevation. This is definitely like you releasing these old negative thoughts because you don't need them anymore. You're rising up, you're letting go of baggage, but you have to kind of cycle through it one more time. I'm getting this vibe of, on the show Hoarders, when it's like the house is a mess, but you have to go through every piece of that mess to make sure you're not throwing something away that's very valuable, right? And to make sure that you know what you're dealing with. So this feels like, I'm not saying you're a hoarder, but you don't necessarily like to deal with negative emotions. So you kind of tuck them away for another day. And so that day is coming up. That day of you cleaning out and being like, okay, this is a bad memory I had. This is a annoying expectation I had. This is an evil thought that I've had about myself. Why am I having that? Why am I holding on to it? Why am I not dealing with it? Oh, friend, it is a lot. It is definitely a lot, but it is to your benefit. And it's inevitable. Like, the time is now. Let's get one more card for motivation. You've been here before. The past is never where you think you left it. The past is never where you think you left it, because you think you left it wherever, like, if there's some kind of hurtful situations with people, you're like, whatever, that was their deal. The past is never where you left it because you held on to something in your mind. So part of that past is, it's not just with them. Part of that past is also with you. You've been here before. It's time to clean out that stuff. And then at the bottom of the deck, just because I saw it in the image, call on Archangel Jophiel, the Archangel of beautiful thoughts, can help you think in enlightening ways. And that is yellow, Sag. Yellow is all you. Oh, and look at that. Rise Up was all yellow too. Archangel Jophiel is all about empowering you through beautiful thoughts. So yes, cycle through those nasty thoughts, and then once you're done with that, once you've gone through them one by one, get back to your regular schedule, and you'll be more energized, you'll be more motivated, you'll be back to your old self, but better, wiser, higher, more focused on how to really reach your abundance. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope that this was helpful, and I'm looking forward to reading for you again sometime.